5.
US President-elect Donald Trump said the United States did not necessarily have to stick to its position that Taiwan is part of one China. This is one of the most controversial assertions by him, and has the potential to start hostilities between two of the most powerful nations in the world. In this video, Defense Updates looks into the One China policy in details, analyzes the key aspects, and examines its potential to even result in war between the two nations.
Number 4.
The policy can be traced back to 1949, and the end of the Chinese Civil War. The defeated Nationalists retreated to Taiwan and set up their own government, while the victorious Communists declared the People's Republic of China. Both sides said they represented all of China. One China policy is the diplomatic acknowledgement of the Chinese position that there is only one China in the world, and Taiwan is a part of that China. Under the policy, the US has formal ties with China rather than the island of Taiwan, which China sees as a breakaway province to be reunified with the mainland one day. The policy of acknowledging China's position on this issue is not only a key cornerstone of Sino-US relations, it is also a fundamental bedrock of Chinese policy-making and diplomacy. While the US does not recognize Taiwan as an independent nation, it sold the island $12 billion worth of arms since the 1970s as part of an agreement that commits Washington to helping Taiwan defend itself. Although Taiwan's government claims it is an independent country officially called the Republic of China, any country that wants diplomatic relations with mainland China must break official ties with Taipei. It has resulted in Taiwan's diplomatic isolation from the international community. So basically, China feels there is a one country, two systems structure in place at the moment and that Taiwan will eventually be folded back into China entirely, while Taiwan maintains it should have its own government and become its own country.
Number 3.
Donald Trump spoke to Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen a few days back. The call between Trump and Tsai is the first publicly reported direct contact between a United States president or president-elect and Taiwan's leader in 40 years. With this he not only broke decades of US protocol, he also opened the door to potential trouble with China, which has long refused to recognize the controversial island as a separate nation. Further, Trump set off a diplomatic firestorm when he told Fox News, "I fully understand the One China policy, but I don't know why we have to be bound by a One China policy unless we make a deal with China having to do with other things, including trade."
Number 2.
Taiwan, located just over 100 miles off China, across the Taiwan Strait, has a population of more than 23 million people, and is an economic powerhouse despite its history of political woes. Over the decades Taiwan has turned into a vibrant democracy with freedom of the press and speech, unlike China, which is tightening its grip on dissent. Attitudes towards China are changing in Taiwan. Polls show that over the last 2 decades, many in Taiwan have come to identify themselves as Taiwanese, instead of Chinese or both Taiwanese and Chinese.
Number 1.
There are 2 ways of looking into these developments. 1. Taiwan is democracy and shares values accepted by US. President-elect Donald Trump is genuinely in favor of Taiwan's stand, and is ready for a long-drawn confrontation with China on this. 2. China has been very aggressive in recent times. It has constructed military infrastructure in disputed islands of South China Sea, and has also outrightly rejected the verdict of Hague Tribunal. Trump's comment seemingly indicates that he is interested in using One China policy as a chip to correct Chinese behavior by touching China's raw nerve. The problem with Trump's bargaining chip comment is that if Chinese leaders think Trump is not serious about supporting Taiwan because it's only a chip, then they would know that in the long term they won't have much problem, and will continue to be belligerent. China flew a long-range bomber capable of carrying nuclear weapons over the South China Sea, which is seen as a response to Trump's comment. Trump's unpredictability and out-of-box statement is making matters interesting, even before he has officially got into White House. Let us see how things pan out in coming days.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting. Kindly provide your feedback in the comment section, this will help us improve.